Cup.Eddie Jones takes his boys for Japanese lessons ahead of the World Cup. Eddie Jones has stepped up preparations for next year's World Cup by signing up all of his staff for Japanese lessons. England's coaches and backroom team had their first class last week, with Steve Borthwick scoring the highest marks. Jones himself is half Japanese and also has a Japanese wife, so he already has a basic grasp of the language. "We've got another lesson in a couple of weeks. The guys haven't been tested yet," said Jones. "Steve was good. He's a bright guy and he coached there with me for a couple of years. My wife doesn't let me speak to my dog in Japanese because I speak such bad Japanese." Meanwhile, Jones still is not exempt from tedious visa interviews at the embassy. He is due in for a visa renewal meeting before the autumn internationals. "It's getting tough here," he joked. Channel 4 has signed Jamie Heaslip and Brian Habana to front up its new Champions Cup coverage. The broadcaster has agreed a 4-year deal to screen 9 live matches per season, European rugby's welcome return to free-to-air television after 15 years. Lee Mackenzie has been hired as co-presenter. Gospers snubs Leo's bid to lift Pacific influence. Dan Leo, a campaigner with the Pacific Rugby Welfare Organization, has had a request for a meeting rejected by Brett Gosper, the World Rugby CEO. Former Samoa captain Leo is pushing for increased representation on the World Rugby Council, given Fiji, Samoa, and Tonga directly hold none of the 48 seats. Leo is independent and outspoken, but WR prefers to consult the Pacific Island Players Group, whom they fund. Fiji are close to securing their first ever seat, but more needs to be done. There were a few surprised faces when a micro pig turned up at Gloucester training this week. Players often bring in their dogs, but scrum half Callum Brawley brought Puma the micro pig. Stadium survived typhoon. The typhoon which battered Japan last week has caused no damage to the World Cup stadiums in Kobe and Osaka. 12 months out from the tournament, Japan was hit by its strongest storm in 25 years, killing at least 10 people. The Hanazono and Kobe Misaki stadiums were closest, but an official told the Gain Line they're both very sturdy structures and our teams on the ground report that there's no damage. Saracens have appointed former England lock Nick Kennedy as head of recruitment. The Gain Line understands that Kennedy, who resigned as London Irish's director of rugby in March, has taken on the position with immediate effect, following the departure of Charlie Hodgson. Straight bat specialists Steve Borthwick and Neil Hatley will lead an RFU team in tomorrow's annual cricket match against Rugby Riders. Jones will be absent as the RFU seeks to avenge last year's 7-wicket loss.